I mean, I'm going to put the women side here. Like any women, we sit down and we talk. What are we going to do about so-and-so? What do we do about so? Like people do.
It's a community.
Yeah.
It is a community.
You talk to each other about what's going on.
But there is no ultimate book of right and wrong within paganism. It's common sense and family values, believe it or not. You know.
Ready? Oh, jump, jump!
Yay!
Yeah!
A religion's not a system of morality. It's not there to police people. It's not simply there to deal with matters of sin or of conscience or of good or bad behaviour. We have all sorts of systems that do that. They're called philosophies, they're called moralities, they're called laws.
We stand this sacred site, this English hill.
Paganism, like other religions, has its own forms of dark fundamentalism.
Again, we re-hallow England to holiness and goodness and life.
For Odinists, there is a thin line to tread between their religious views about culture and race and the political prejudice of the far right.
To my comrades of the Middlesex Regiment, we're coming up to our regimental day on the 16th of this month. Die hard! We are proud of our race and our folk. We expect others to be proud of their race and their folk. So, when a guy walks down the street wearing, I can't even think of the name for a second, the Jewish cap, good luck to him. Or a chap in African robes, or a Muslim, or whatever. Good luck to him. He's proud of his race and faith and folk, exactly the same as we are.
Well, ye Woden, my Athol land, my noble land, was Hall.
Our ethical code, if you like, is each to his or her own. But it seems to be somewhat of almost like a sin to be proud of being English. It seems to be a sin to be proud of who you are, to be proud of our culture, of our heritage, of our arts, of the things that make us unique.
Ziktia! Ziktia! Ziktia!
Paganism is a spirituality like any other, so it has its shadow side. It has its bits which upset some people within the movement, let alone outside of it. That there are pagans, for example, who are very angry about Christianity, and some of them are very militantly aggressive about their views of Christianity, their hostility to it, and you may think there are good reasons for that, you may not, but okay, that's part of the spirituality, the religion growing up and taking its place among the religions of the world.
But the old images are very powerful. Outdated concepts of animal or human sacrifice, of sexual orgies, of using magic to gain power over other people and make them serve you. You know, these are part of our fairy tales. And although modern paganism has nothing very much to do with all this at all, the fairy tales weren't to go away.
The links between paganism, witchcraft, Satanism goes back to the earlier days of the church. The church was and is a socio-political organisation, and when making a takeover bid for somebody else's religion, the easiest way to do it is to make the other guy's gods into devils, other guy's good gods into bad, wicked things. And that's where your link comes with devil worship. They turned our horned god into Satan. Now, Wiccans don't believe in Satan. Satan, the devil, is a Christian invention.
"3:30 in the morning, June the 21st, summer solstice. A day now famous for the annual attempt by Druids to gain access to the ancient and holy site of Stonehenge.
Sun rising soon.
A long history of conflict with revellers has led the police to exclude everyone from the site on this day.
They've made it pretty clear that any attempt we make to go towards Stonehenge, they will regard as an attempt to hold a trespassery assembly. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
All right. First thing, obviously, we wanted to ask, is it going to be possible to go up to Stonehenge?
No.
No.
No, it's contrary.
Pagans have to balance their need to worship with the desire to live in harmony with a society that prefers to keep what it views with suspicion safely at arm's length.
Great.
Have a nice time.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Happy solstice.
Happy solstice.
With a few short minutes before sunrise, the Wiltshire Constabulary helped the Druids find an alternative stone circle. The roundabout, at the junction of the A345 and the A303, a mile from Stonehenge.
O ancient power of the sun, in thine ancient names, Michael, Balin, Arthur, Lew, Herne, we call upon thee. Lift up thy shining spear of light to defend us. Bring us ripening cornfields, blossoming orchards. Put to flight the powers of darkness, and bring us to stand upon thy hill of vision, and show us the lovely realms of the gods.
Hi there. Hello. Isn't that a beautiful sunrise? We brought you some flowers.
It's very kind. Thank you very much.
27 there, one from each of us. And thank you so much for letting us come this close. It's really appreciated.
It's no problem.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bless you be. Happy solstice.
And yourself.
These are real religions. They're quite complex ways of looking at the divine. They're not cults because they don't venerate a single object or person or deity. They're not temporary structures that vanish as soon as a single charismatic leader vanishes. They're traditions that are here to stay.
September, and Kate, the High Priestess, has safely given birth, a precious event for her and her partner Steve. But the gods have ways of playing tricks, and the magic of birth contradicts the magical prophecy of the Coven. The child is not a girl.
So here we are, on the 6th of September. I'm having my arms a beautiful baby boy, weighing in at 7 pounds 8 ounces, whose name is going to be Taliesin Keith Newton. The child of a pair of witches.